Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about emergency funds. Everybody needs an emergency fund because life happens. We've used our emergency fund multiple times. We've had times where our cars broke down unexpectedly, of course. They never break down when you plan it because that doesn't happen. We've had times where our house got flooded because a toilet failed while we were 3 states away on vacation. We've had washers and dryer fail. We've had multiple times where we've had to use our emergency fund. And the best part about having the emergency fund is we didn't use credit cards, we didn't use home loans, we didn't put ourselves further into debt to deal with these life moments. Make sure you're setting up an emergency fund for yourself. Financial books will tell you have 3 to 6 months worth of income saved in case you lose your job or any of those life moments happen. So that sounds very daunting. It takes forever in your brain to process that. And it does for me. So it's taken me literally decades to get to that point where I have that sort of cushion because we've had to deplete it over the years. But by depleting it over the years, we have kept ourselves out of debt. We don't use the credit cards when those things happen. We don't use home loans. We don't use signature loans. We have the money available for us when those things happen. The thing is, set small goals for yourself. Try to gain a week's worth of pay in savings for an emergency fund, and then go for a month and work your way up. And if you have to deplete it because life happens, do it. Start again. Just make sure you're working toward it at all times. Pay yourself first. Make it one of your bills. Make your emergency fund one of your bills. Set aside a certain amount per paycheck and work toward it. You can do this. All right, here are some money saving tips. If you are looking for ways to begin saving money, maybe you're on a very tight budget, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you have children that you're trying to teach about money and how to save money. Here's some tips I have. So I grew up very poor and we worked farms. We had our own farm and we helped other farms and we worked for money. And what we did was, as children, we really didn't have any bills, obviously, so we would put 50% of our money that we earned as our kid money into the bank, and we got to splurge some. Some of it went to school clothes, some of it went to school supplies, but we got to spend a little bit. Then, a couple times a year, we get together with parents, discuss how much we had in savings. When I turned 16, I could buy a car. I had enough money to buy a used car. So that money does add up over time. Teach your kids right. Teach them if they get a gift of a certain dollar amount, half of it goes into savings, they get to splurge the rest. They can do what you have them do with their money, but teach them early to save, pay themselves first, and save. Whether it's chore money, working for somebody else, gift money, whatever the case may be. So another way to save that is really helpful, there's a new app called Acorns. Maybe it's not super new to some of you. I don't use it. I don't know much about it, but I like the concept. So you use your debit card and it rounds your purchase to the nearest dollar. And then it puts the difference into an account for you. I don't quite know all the specifics. I'm not condoning using it. I'm not sponsored. I'm just throwing that idea out there. What I do is I pay cash a lot of times. And when I do, I take the change, put it in my pocket. So say the bill was $15.50. Put 50 cents in my pocket. So I get $4 back. I also take one of those dollar bills and tuck it away. And then the next time I get change, I take the smallest bill and I tuck it away and I tuck it away and I tuck it away. Pretty soon I got a $5 bill tucked away, a $20 bill tucked away, a $100 bill tucked away. Once it gets to $100, I put it in the safe and, it's part of the emergency fund. So you can chip away at saving money toward different goals. Just make sure you're doing that in a manner that fits your budget. So here's my current change jar. It's right here next to my office here. Okay, another way you can save money, coupons. Don't be afraid to use coupons. People save hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month using coupons. That money can really add up over time and help your family out, especially if you're on a really tight budget. Another way is looking for sales. If there's something you need and you know there's a seasonal sale coming up and those items are in there, hold off if you can. Buy things on sale. And I got a funny little story about that. Got a buddy whose wife wanted a pair of boots. They were $60. It was a want, not a need. So she didn't buy them. She said, nope, $60 is too much. They went on sale. They were $40 a pair. So she bought 2 pair. Ended up spending $80 on these boots instead of $60 that she initially was gonna buy. And she was so proud of herself, she told her husband how much money they saved. Well, make sure if you are getting sale items that they are needs, not wants. You still don't need to buy things that are frivolous if you don't need them. That money can go a long way with compound interest over the years. Another thing you can do is negotiate. When you're going to buy a car, new or used, going to buy a home, signing a lease, renting a place, going to a garage sale, going to a consignment store, whatever the case may be, if you can get a better price on something, ask. Just ask for a better price. The worst thing they can say is no. Maybe you walk away because it isn't the price that you need it for. Maybe you're willing to buy it for that price, but still want to get a better price. Always ask. Always negotiate. The worst thing they can say is no, and it might lock into that original price. There's a saying in poker that says, chips not lost spin the same as chips won. So anytime you can save some money, that money can go toward future purchases, future investing. It can better your family. Thank you.